Good morning, students. We'll continue with our chapter. So, the last topic which was completed was closing a document, how to open an existing document, and how to save the document. Next topic is editing a document. Typing and inserting text is the first thing which we do it using editing a document. Editing means what? Some manipulations made into the document can be said as editing. So to enter text, just start typing. So when we want to just enter the text, or we want to enter some data, what we do is we start typing. That is the only thing we do using the first step of every editing step. The text will appear where the blinking cursor is located. Wherever the blinking cursor is, from there your actual text will start appearing. Move the cursor by using the arrow buttons on the keyboard, or positioning the mouse and clicking the left button. So whenever you want to click on any of the direction, it's not compulsory every time the cursor moves likewise only you have to keep on typing. Suppose if you feel that in between these two lines I want to add one more line, what is you can do is you can move your cursor with the help of your arrow key. So there is up arrow key, down arrow key, left arrow key, and right arrow key. According to your judgments, you can move your arrow key. If not that option, what you can do is you can move just your mouse on that particular pointer and just click there with your right button. Once you click with your right button, the cursor will move there itself. If you want to go and give some extra formatting to the text, you go and just click on the left button of the mouse. You will be able to see those functions in that list. Keyboard shortcut lists are below are also helpful when moving through the text of a document. So whenever we are viewing the document or we are editing the document, this shortcuts can be helpful for the task. That is beginning of the line. When we want to go, every time when you type, after every typing, when you want to check, you want to go at the start line, first line, you can click the button called as home. When you want to go to the last line of your document, you can click the button end. When you want to go the top of the document, when top means the heading side, you can press Ctrl plus home. If you want to go to the header part, that is the extreme end, you can go for Ctrl plus end. So these are the shortcuts, moving actions which you can use while typing the document or editing the document. Next is selecting text. Now, why do we require to select the text? If you want to apply some special formattings to the text, obviously you can go to that text, just select that text and you can apply those formatting. To change any attributes of text, obviously when I want to change the look and feel of the text, I can go for selecting, and for that selecting it must be highlighted. When you select it, as it shows you a blue color highlighted part whenever you select, that is called as highlighting. So select the text by dragging the mouse over the desired text while keeping the left mouse button depressed, or hold down the shift key on the keyboard using the arrow buttons to highlight the text. So there are two ways to select the text. The first one is you take your mouse cursor pointer there, wherever from where you want to select, just depress your right click button or left click button, that is keep pressing the button and just drag over the lines which you want to select. That is the first type. Second one is you can just keep depressed your shift button, that is keep pressing the shift button, you should not leave it in between, and with that you can move the arrow keys. That if you want to select the down part, that is the below part, you click on the down arrow key with the shift key pressing. If you want to select the right hand side part, you can go for right arrow key, you can go for left arrow key, up arrow key, but shift key should be pressed only. So this is the second type of selecting. The following table contains shortcuts for selecting a portion of text. So whenever you want to select a particular word, you want to select a particular paragraph, you want to select particular lines, you want to select whole document, what are the shortcuts or what are the techniques through which we can select? When you want to select a word, Word means, suppose there is a line that is saying there are 108 keys on the keyboard. So keyboard is one word which I want to select. So one option is I can go just drag the mouse and select that word. If I do not want that, I can go for shift arrow key and just select it wherever I want. Third option is just go on that word and double click on that word. That word gets selected. So this is one way to select one word. When I say I want to select the whole paragraph, I will go in between that paragraph wherever I wish to and just triple click on it. 3 times I will click on that paragraph continuously, and that whole paragraph, one single paragraph, will get selected. That is the second type. Third type is several words or lines. When I want to select several words or lines all together, what I can do is drag the mouse over the words, that is whichever lines I want. By just clicking on the left button, I can just drag out the mouse, or what else I can do is I'll hold on the shift key and click the arrow key. That is, by clicking the arrow key, what I can do is I can select ample number of lines. I can select the entire document by from the ribbon, that is select all option. If not the select all option, I can go for control plus A as well as control plus A is the shortcut for selecting the document. Next is inserting the additional text. When we say I want to insert a text in between my document, so what I can do is I have two options: cut paste, copy paste, and normally entering the text and dragging the text. Means what? I can just go and type text in between wherever I click on the cursor and start typing. Second one is, suppose a portion of text I want to add in between. So what I will do, I will go on that paragraph or lines. I will select those lines. I will right click the mouse button and select on the option called as copy. If I want two copies of that, means I want it in the destination also and in the source also. So two different scenarios. If I want, I can select copy. If I don't want that text to be in that source position, I just want to move it to the another position, then I can select cut. So these are the two options, and simply going wherever I want, click and select, right click and select paste. So these are the two options, copy and pasting. So if you do not want to right click, what you can do is just select the text, and on the home tab you have these buttons called as cut, copy and paste. Once you copy, then only paste will be visible. Once you cut, then only paste will be visible. These are the two options in which you can go for your cutting and copy pasting your text. Next is formatting text. So how can you format the text? Can you all see this? That is, in the home tab I have an group called as font. So when I click on this font, the font dialog box opens, that is this button, this one. If I do not wish that, I will just select the text and give them a font, different font formattings. I will specify the size, that is called as font formatting. So font formatting text can be done for font, whole paragraph or the whole document. It is typically. So basically styles are, a style is a format enhancing tool that includes font typefaces, font size, effects. The effects is again bold, italic, underline. Bold means to make it thick, italic is to make it in a cursive format, underlining is underlining the particular text. So you can add colors as well as more effects to it also, that is the background color, the text color will be different, all those things. You will notice that on the home tab of the ribbon, so this whole ribbon, you have first tab, that is home tab. In that home tab you have the third group, that is font group. In that font group you have those formatting, text formatting options. To change the font size, font style, font effects, change text color, highlight text, change paragraph alignment. So next is changing the paragraph alignment. Say here to change the size, font style, bold, italic, underline, to make it thick, to make it strike through. Strike through means you have typed the text, in between the text you will get one line that is striking the text. Then somewhere like this format. Then you have highlighting the text, gradations to the text, that is coloring, increasing in step by step, decreasing it step by step, rather providing the number is also possible. Now paragraph alignment. So suppose if I tell you to write an essay, how do you write an essay? That you write in a proper indented format, that is from both the sides it's aligned and it's in a paragraph format. When I say I want to list the topics, I write it in the left alignment. When I am writing a poem, I write it in the center alignment. When I am jotting down something in a different text formatting, I write it in the right alignment. So basically there are four types of alignment: left, center, right and justify. So these are the four types of alignments which you can specify for your paragraph, from which the margin starts. That is, if you select left alignment, your margin will start from the left side. If you select center alignment, the whole text will be in the center side, no margins will be there for it. If you select right alignment, the margins will start from the right side of the text as shown in the picture. They have just given a scenario to identify that icon. And justify is from the both the sides it will be equal. So these are the four types. I'm sorry. So indentation is what? Hanging, left, right. So hanging means in between, left is again left, right is the right side. Applying borders and shading. So when I say I want a document with a proper border for all the documents, what I can do is I can go in the border and shading option in the paragraph group on the home tab. Just select this symbol and click on the down arrow. You get all these border options, and through which you can create borders and shadings. You can view the grid lines to enter some small values. All such things are possible using borders and shadings. So you can add borders and shadings to paragraph entire pages. If you want to apply same border to all the whole document, you can select no border, all borders apply to all option in the borders and shadings dialog box. To create a border around a paragraph or paragraphs, it's not compulsory one single paragraph, it is for whole document, one single page, one half page or one single paragraph as well, depending on how you create the look and feel of the document. Next is applying styles. Now it's not compulsory, I go for the styles which are provided on the home tab, that is these styles. I can prefer the variations of styles, that is quick styles. They are called as styles group in the home tab. So we'll see that styles are present collection of formatting that you can apply to the text to utilize quick styles. So rather than going for every time the different formatting option, what I can do, just select on quick style and just start typing, that style gets on applied to the whole document. Select the text you wish to format, or you can just select the text and click on that style. Click the dialog box next to the styles group on the home tab. That is, you can click on these button also to open the styles dialog box. Click the style you wish to apply. Directly also you can click the style and start applying. Then next is creating links. Why do you create link? Suppose I want to upload any document to my website or a web browser, I can go for the linking option. So creating links in Word document allows you to put in a URL that readers can click on to a website on web page. So this document, if they want to open in a web page, they can go for link. To insert a link, click hyperlink button on the links group of insert tab. Now the tab is insert tab. In that insert tab you will have links group. In that link group you have an option called as hyperlink. In that hyperlink, when you select, you get the address box where you want to put the URL. Just put the URL and select the document which you want. That directly links up to your page and existing file or web page, or if you have created new document, you can go for new document. And likewise, if you click OK, that hyperlink will be created which you can display on your website. With this, we will stop here for this topic. Today I'll be sending you 2 more lectures depending on the time slot which I am getting. Thank you for cooperation. Thank you.